Hey guys, and welcome back to Dhruvi's Room. This is day 3 or vlog 3 of my winter vacation, and we have left the hotel after eating some breakfast, and we are on a journey on our way to a national park, and we saw these beautiful orange trees. So I want to show you guys. Look at these oranges. And look at this. This tree looks very pretty, and it goes all the way down there. This is just pretty. Look at one of the oranges. This is cool. And this is in California, you guys. Look at all those. Take a look how back it goes. It goes on forever, actually. As you can see, it goes on for a long while. This is a view from the car. As we were driving by constantly for up to 10 minutes, all we could see was the view of orange trees. Isn't that cool? Now we are back in the car and we are going to be heading to Sequoia Park, where there are large trees and stuff. I'm really excited, and I almost here with VD. If you haven't seen yesterday's vlog number 2 on the Dhruvi and VD's Room channel, you should definitely watch that one. This is some of the scenery we encountered while driving to the Sequoia National Park. Our view did drastically change a lot, but this was a flatland view with a few mountains in the back. And there are so many more views along the way. So be prepared to see some gorgeous, breathtaking views. This is another gorgeous, breathtaking view, and as you can see, the road does continue, and I believe we did go on that road later, but there are so many twists and turns in the road. There's a body of water here, and this looks so beautiful against the sky and the mountains. Can you see here on the mountains there's some line? Maybe the water was up till there. I wonder if there was a drought or anything. Let me know in the comments down below. As you can see, the view changes from flatlands to mountains. And here are some continuing views, and I'll let you guys enjoy them. We have officially made it into the Sequoia National Park. This was the view as soon as we came into the park, and this was beautiful. Alright, so we are here now at the Sequoia National Park, and there's a sign over here, and we're going to take a picture by it, but there's a big line. There was a sign here, but I didn't have enough time to read it, but if any of you guys want to read it, feel free to pause the video. This was the Sequoia National Park sign. This was a picture of me and VD standing in front of the sign. The view from here was just gorgeous, as I shown earlier. The day we actually visited was Christmas Day, and it wasn't too busy. Take a look at the mountain. It has snow on it. I literally could not stop obsessing over the water, so here's another clip of it. Sequoia National Park is a park where you pay and then you drive as long as you want. The roads were twisting every 5 seconds, and I found this super unique. And there's actually snow on top of the mountain. You can see a better look at the far right. So me and Vidi are here. It's very sunny, so we wore sunglasses, and we're here a little bit more ahead. This is Tunnel Rock, and it's another picture area. It's an impressive stone balanced against two other sides of stone. Vidi and I stood under the rock for some pictures. Look how huge it is compared to us. We even saw some people who climbed on top of the rock. As you can see, I cannot stop obsessing over the same view or the little water and then the mountain with snow. But this is just in a different little angle. And take a look at this big rock boulder. Impressive. Here's a little bit of the view behind me. As you can see, a tall mountains with lots of trees. This was a scary view because it was a steep drop down from where we parked. And as you can see, it goes down a lot. And here's the view around me once again. My family and I were really obsessed with the snow-peaked mountain, a unique rock formation, very geometrical. We're continuing to go up the mountains and hills to look at all the scenery outside. Take a look. It's just trees right now. And we also saw a Cybertruck. Here's an image. For anyone wondering, this is the exact Cybertruck that we saw. It had RC written on it. With some research, it technically means that it is a vehicle that the Tesla are directly testing outside. So it was a rare glimpse that we saw, and you might see it again in an upcoming vlog. So subscribe and stay tuned. So I did not get to record it at all. It went super fast. On the back it said RC, but that was crazy, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. I'm wondering who was in it. Lucky. For this clip, I actually stuck my phone out of the sunroof to get this amazing shot, and I used my tripod, and don't worry, my phone is all safe. As we continue to climb higher up the mountain, we can see some unique trees that we have not ever seen back at home, and they are really, really tall here. And it was starting to get a lot more woody. This clip looks so pretty because of the sun. Look how gorgeous the view looks. As you can see, the mountains are completely covered in trees, and far away you can see the snowy mountain tip, and down here you can see the road. The mountains were so far away, and as you can see, if I zoom in, there is the actual road down there where we came from. This was just beyond gorgeous. Alright, so now we're here at another stop. Super beautiful, as you can see the scenery. So this is what the area looked like around us. The mountainside, and as you can see, the sun looks super pretty. Now it's going to be time to move on to the next stop. So this was us continuing to drive up. This is because the sequoia trees grow at a very high elevation. That is why the road is going to continue to elevate up. As we were driving up, I saw these unique trees. And if we take a further look, they look burned. And that is because there was a wildfire here. It was 10 to 15 minutes after the last clip that I showed you, and as you can see here, that the trees are very tall. My family and I knew that we were close to the sequoia trees. At this point, you can actually see the large tree trunks around in this area, and those are actually sequoia trees. They are extremely large, 5 times the width of a normal tree. The skinny trees that you do see in the clip are normal trees. Large trees are the sequoia trees. So compared to a normal tree, the sequoia tree is massive. At this point, we have reached our first destination of the sequoia trees out of the many more. And these large trees were larger than anything I have ever seen. They are as large as the car. Alright, so now we're here actually by the sequoia trees, and they're really huge. Take a look at this tree. Look how big it is compared to Vidi. That's Vidi, and that's the tree. Were you guys to actually understand the size of this tree, on the right you can see a regular sized tree compared to the sequoia tree on the left. This is really big. Look at the inside of the tree. I was curious about the holes in every tree, and the reason is because of wildfires. Now, these trees are thousands of years old, so that's why they are able to survive. It's a real perspective of how big it is. Oh, look at me standing next to the tree. This is what the tree looks like up close, and you guys will be able to see what the tree does look like even more closer later. There's this nice trail now, and they're regular trees, but also the big sequoia ones, and these trees are really big, and they're 1,000 years old. This tree and this texture, it's unique. I definitely believe these trees were knocked down during the wildfires, or maybe it was just too large and it fell down. I'm not sure if this is a sequoia tree or not, but it looks very different compared to a sequoia tree. Look how big this is. Look at these big stumps too. And I think they were cut off since it looks really clean sliced. There are also these stumps too. Take a look at these ones. Alright, so me and Dhruvi and the family are walking to a museum. You have to cross the street to go to the museum. Since we're here, why don't we go? There is a big giant gap in that tree. I will show you guys some of the exhibits in the museum. This museum was just a small little building with souvenirs and stuff. So just take a look at it. So over here are the blocks of wood, and this was a block of the tree. This big piece. Feel free to pause and read some of the stuff if you like. This was a comparison of trees. Also, feel free to read some of these. There are cool little boxes that you can open up for information. In the museum, there was a big wheel that you could spin, so I decided to spin it. I felt like I was on a game show, but nature edition, I guess. And let's see what we got. I got 2 crowded sapling withers. Now let's move on to see something else. Here are some of the gift shop items. There were cool Legos, markers, stuffed animals, and lots of stuff. There were also these cute little stuffed bears, and I really wanted one, but I'm too old for it. There was actually a large, deep hole in the sequoia tree, so I stuck my camera inside, and this is what I saw. This is the sequoia tree up close. The bark is really soft, gentle, and fluffy. Just put into perspective how big this tree is. Now we're walking up a quick little trail for some beautiful scenic pictures. This is a little bit of what the view looked like at first, but it gets even better. Me and Vidya are walking down on this unpaved trail area, and this beautiful scenic view. They now are climbing on some rocks. Oh my god, there are like water puddles. Oh, that is scary. It's like a big drop. I gotta be careful. Take a look at the gorgeous view behind me. The mountains, they're so pretty, and the clouds are hovering on top of them. I've never seen something so gorgeous like this. It's kind of scary because there's like a cliff here, but it just looks gorgeous. Just took a couple of pictures on the edge at the rocks, and seen from the clip that I showed, the 360. It's super pretty, and now we're just walking back. A little bit more of a drive later. This is a shocking view. So, this sequoia tree has fallen down. You can see its roots. It's unbelievably massive. Now we're here at the Sherman Tree Trail. of this trail is to walk up to this tree, and look how huge it is from far away, and the walk was like a mile long. The significance of this tree is that it is very massive. Well, this was us back in the car, and we saw this big sequoia tree that has fell over and broken down, but take a look at its roots. It's very interesting. Up ahead, we are driving where a sequoia tree has fell down, I believe, and they carved out a hole for the cars to drive through it. So we thought it'd be fun to drive our car through it as well and take some pictures. There was a pretty long line, so we did have to wait, but it wasn't as long as what later formed to be a longer line. So here's one of the pictures, and the car looks amazing in this nature color, but also pops. My jaw dropped to the ground when I saw this view. I could not believe this is what I was actually seeing. The sunset and the clouds, I could not get over it at all. So we're here at this beautiful scenic view. As you can see behind the sunset, it's super pretty, and the pictures are so amazing. They turn out so pretty, as you can see from the background. So pretty. So now we're gonna see another spot to take some good photos. I guess there were a ton of unique differences in the views. So on one side you can see the mountains with snow tops. In this one you can see some trees, the mountains, and the clouds with sunsets, and nothing like snow at all. We could walk up some more, but we didn't because it was very cold and I did forget my jacket in the car. The walk was very scary. It is not the safest, just steep steps and a simple railing against a big drop. We just came back in the car. What we have done is we went up some stairs and saw some beautiful mountaintops with snow and a beautiful sunset. And it was so scenic. It was so worth coming here. It was worth the effort climbing the stairs that we did climb to see the sunset and the snowy mountains. I definitely recommend you guys to come here if you are around the area or in California. I definitely think it's worth visiting here. Me and Vidi are having snacks. We're heading down the mountain currently, the hills, and we're super high up, so we're heading back down. In the meanwhile, me and Vidi are having some snacks. And there's Vidi. Hi. We are having some
Ritz crackers, cream cheese, butter.
And look how the butter is. It's kind of like inflated because of the elevation. And then we do have some jelly. And we also have bread. And Vidi's trying to make some combinations for us to try.
Yes.
And some new recipes.
I'm trying to decorate the Ritz crackers.
And what makes this really cool is that in this car you can take this like middle seat portion down, and it's great that there are only two of us back here. And you can actually like take out this water tray thing, so you put the water bottle, and then we have a plate full of Vidi's spreads and crackers. And then what makes this amazing, so we can see in the dark here, are these lights that turn on and off, and they're your own personal light. It's kind of like a reading light, and I love how it's like your own cozy corner. It's not distracting anyone else in the car, and how like cozy it is. And we have seat warmers too, which is really cool. This is a really nice car. And then I'll update you guys later on if anything else happens. So now we have just exited the Sequoia National Park. We have left the entrance. This is super exciting, and we've officially made it down all the mountains in the national park. Now we have to go down the mountains from wherever we are. I know these video clips aren't the best, but we saw some windmills while driving. Apologize of the darkness and the lack of light in the car, but we were eating some mini candy canes that I brought along, and also on Vidi's iPad we were watching a Netflix show to enjoy the rest of the drive. Alright, so we have now arrived at our hotel, and this is what the room looks like. Just gonna go get ready for bed. And here I am, all ready. Let's hop into bed. Good night, and thank you for watching episode day 3. Stay tuned for The next episode is tomorrow, day 4, on the Dhruvi and Didi's Room channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell. Bye for now.